Cancer, what's up, y'all? How are y'all doing? What is good? What it do? It's time for your October 2025 main monthly reading. That doesn't even sound right, does it? Doesn't even sound right. I swear to God, it feels like it was maybe 5-6 months ago. I was dressing up as Slash for Halloween. Here we are. It's October again. I sniffled and farted a couple times, and then pew, now, tomorrow, we're about to start breaking out the Halloween decorations again. I don't know when I'm going to get used to it, y'all. This post-2020 timeline shift. Ever since 2020, time doubled. I don't know when I'm going to get used to it. I don't know. I keep thinking, okay, after this year, I'll start getting used to it. Nope. Well, here we are 5 years into it, and it still scares the living, ever-loving fuck out of me every year, how fast it flies by. Anyway, the show must go on. So, if any of you are in need of a personal reading, you can always go straight to my website, tarotwithrich.com. But I do have a link for that right down here in the description of this video. All right. So we're going to start this off with the singles and the person that you're interested in. Single Cancerians and your love interest. How's it looking in October? Anything good happening? Anything bad happening? Anything happening at all? Oh man, look what jumped out there. The Six of Swords. What fell on the floor? The Three of Swords. Maybe some of y'all are moving on from this because you end up finding out it's a third party situation. Maybe. 3 shuffles. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Moon card, death card. Yeah, I kind of feel like you're finding out about some secrets that were being kept. I think so. Either that, or you just highly, highly suspect that secrets were being kept. Even if you don't have enough evidence to prove it, the energy, the fear, the nervousness, just the mind-racking anxiety that comes with this situation, eventually, that energy is only going to sustain itself for so long. That's just all there is to it. And it looks like you're moving on from this, and looks like you're done. Done. Extra crispy. Dun. Death card, Tower card. That's dun. Some of you dealing with a Capricorn. Also have Pisces and Scorpio here. Devil card. 3 of Swords, Moon card. This kind of sounds to me like a secret third party, or just a secret something shady and shitty hidden in the shadows, you know? So, oh yeah, it could be a Virgo for some of you too. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. All right, well, let's see. Let's see how they be feeling about you. What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? Eight of Swords. 2 more shuffles. 1 and 2. Yeah, see? Yeah, so for those of you wondering whether or not this person is regretting this or feels bad for this, or this person doesn't even believe they're doing anything wrong. They're not even willing to look at the truth of the situation. Not really. Not even willing to look at the truth of the situation. I think they believe they are completely and totally justified in whatever they did. You know, how they're justifying it, I don't know. But I mean, this person has their options open anyways. You know, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe they feel justified, like, well, I got my options open. I ain't made the decision to settle down with anybody just yet. Well, yeah, that's all cool and good and well, but you need to be open and honest about that. Now, maybe there's a couple of you. And I'm sure that if you're here and this is your situation, you need to hear this. Maybe there's a couple of you dealing with somebody who told you they don't want a relationship. I do get that. Come across my desk at least once a month. Minimum. When we first met, he told me he didn't want a relationship. Then what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? I know that's not all of you, but I have a feeling it's one or two of you. I'm sorry. If you're dealing with somebody that done told you they don't want a relationship, they're not in the wrong. If they told you that and you still stuck around and kept fucking with them when they told you they didn't want a relationship, they're not in the wrong. That's the only exception here. But I think the majority of you are dealing with a situation where they've been kind of leading you on and stringing you along and not really letting their true intentions be known, and, you know, doing secret shit and living a double life and got things going on behind the scenes they're not telling you about. In which case, that's shitty, that's shady. Hey, if you want to go around and play the field, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. But be honest. Be honest about that. I get what that's like. Shit, I remember those good old days when I was in my 20s. I get my heart broke. I'll be like, man, I'm just going to go out there and fuck anything I can. I remember what that was like. But you know what I didn't do? I never lied to you. Played games with you just to lead you on to get what I want out of you. I was honest about it. I'm honest about it. I ain't trying to get no relationship. I'm just trying to fuck. Are you cool with that? So anyway, yeah. Doesn't really look either way. Whatever side of the coin your story falls on, it just honestly does not look like they care. It really doesn't. It really does not. So, let's get the advice. What's the advice? Hey, you better put your foot down. Put that foot down and stand 10 toes down on motherfucking business. And hey, don't waver. I'm going to tell you what right now. Ooh, I'm going to tell you what right now. I'm going to tell you what right now. When you make that decision, it better be final. It better be final as shit. You know why? Because, first of all, you have something new due to come in. We're going to look at that here next. But the minute you show somebody that you don't have any boundaries, The minute you show somebody that you'll say one thing and do another, the minute you show somebody that you don't have any integrity, they're going to grab onto that and play with it. So when you say you're done, you better be done. Dun 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 dun. Telling you, when you slam that door, don't fucking open it again. Don't do it. If you do, I promise you it's going to repeat the cycle. Promise you. And I rarely ever promise or guarantee anything. Situation like this, promise you. Plus, like I said, it's time for something new to come in that'll make you look back on this person and laugh. So it's time to take a healing journey. It's time to relieve yourself of this burden. Honestly, if I was you, I would dedicate the rest of 2025 to nothing but shedding old energy and carving out a new energetic pathway for 2026. That's what I'd be doing. Let's see what's coming in next for the singles. What's coming in next? What is coming in next? Ooh, some of y'all got a Libra headed your way. God damn, the Justice cards come out a lot in your all's reading tonight so far. Every spread I pulled so far, the Justice card comes out. Yup, okay. I think we already talked about this. I know I've talked about this to a lot of signs. And usually, I know last year the same thing happened. You're about to be tested. Yep, you're about to be tested. The last quarter of the year, you start seeing a lot of that. Because we're entering into a new cycle. Yes, I know Aries season is the real new year. But 6 billion people believe that January 1st is the new year. That is definitely going to manifest an old cycle ending and a new cycle beginning. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Don't you underestimate the power of what 6 billion people all believing the same thing has the potential to make manifest. Don't get me started on that. But yeah, you're about to be tested. You're about to be tested. So far, I don't really think you have a whole lot to worry about. Because first of all, I think this person's very immature. Could be a lot younger than you. And they spitting game at you. They're coming at you spitting stupid game. And yo spidey senses be tingling, boy. Yo spidey senses be tingling. I think the majority of you are at least going to be a little bit reluctant. I don't know if you're necessarily turning this down right away, but you're at least reluctant as to whether or not you're going to extend or accept a love offer. I feel like you're keeping them at an arm's distance. So, okay. Some of y'all could be a Leo. For some of you, I got 2 Leo cards here. Taurus, Cancer, Libra, Aries. All right. Let's dig up their energy a little bit deeper. Let's dig up them energies and intentions a little bit deeper. A little bit deeper. Ten of Cups reverse. They ain't trying to settle down. I had no long-term relationship. Hail to the no. Hail no. To the no, no, no. Hail to the no. Hail to the no. To the no, no, no. Yeah, they want to be single. You already know. You already know. Now, most of the time, when somebody is moving in that energy, not all the time, 90% of the time. Why? Why? Why are they so avidly against settling down and being in a long-term relationship? Why do they just want to remain single and just mess around, play around, tell lies, play games? Why? Because they're still holding on to vibrational baggage from the past. Most of the time. Hey, every now and then, does somebody have a clear sense of foresight and they're thinking to themselves, I don't have time for a relationship right now. I'm going to put my energy and intentions into more important things rather than getting tied down? Sure. But those people are likely not going to be going around and playing games and lying to you. I guess anything's possible, but whenever somebody's doing all this, and this, and this, it's because of something that happened in the past. Boy, they got hurt. Oh, they got hurt. They got hurt. They gave all of their heart to someone, and they got ripped out, shit on, spit on, put in a blender, and poured on top of their head. Tough shit. That's happened to all of us. That's all I can say. I mean, that's horrible. I sympathize, but that's happened to all of us. It's happened to all of it. How many of you out there ain't had your heart ripped out? Show of hands. How many people been cheated on? How many people been lied to? How many people been used, abused, manipulated, led on, strung along, smoke blowing up your ass? Yeah, it hurts like a motherfucker. But that don't give you a license to go around hurting fucking people that didn't do nothing to you. But sadly, that's what a lot of people do because they don't know what to do with it. So let's get the advice. And when you're tested, my hands are kind of tied with the advice a little bit. Can't say too much. Not too terribly much. Three of Swords reverse. I don't know who needs to hear this, but no third party situations. If you fucking with somebody that's already in a relationship and you're dumb enough to think that they won't do the same thing to you that they're doing to the person they're with, well, you're going to have to learn that lesson on your own. I think most of us have to learn that at least once, right? I don't think that I can think of. I don't know if I've ever met somebody that hasn't been there. I remember that happened to me one time. Thank God it's when I was really young. I was a teenager. I was 15. And I had this little girlfriend who had been in a relationship for like 2 years. And I started banging her while she was in a relationship. And my little dumbass 15-year-old brain thought I was something special. Oh, she'll do it to him, but she would never do that to me. Boy, when I found out she fucked somebody else, oh, my poor little pea-picking 15-year-old heart was in pieces. I couldn't believe that she would do that to me. I thought I was special. I learned that lesson. Never done it ever again since then. Sadly, I see people still learning that lesson in their 30s and their 40s. Anyway, I know that's not all of you. It may only be one or two of you, but don't say I didn't warn you. But pay attention to that feeling, dude. Pay attention to that feeling. Pay attention to that feeling. Pay attention to it. I would advise against getting into a relationship because you are lonely. And I would highly advise against getting into a relationship just because that person makes you feel so good that you forget about all your problems. You've done that before, haven't you? Some of you have done that several times. How'd it work out for you? Well, let's just say if it worked out for you, you wouldn't even know my name. That ain't the way it works. That's not what we're looking for. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that invigorating explosion of emotions that you get when you first meet someone new. What I'm saying is that feeling is not love. And it damn sure ain't gonna last forever. Even when you do finally meet your divine life partner, that feeling is gonna wear off. Matter of fact, when you meet your divine life partner, here's the thing about that feeling. You know, that explosive feeling you get, it makes you forget about all your problems, makes you feel like the most special person that ever walked the face of the earth, makes you feel so good, makes you feel like you're floating on cloud nine. That feeling, when you meet your person, that feeling is going to be in the back seat. I'm not saying it'll be absent, but it'll be in the back seat. You know what feeling is going to be in the driver's seat? Transparency. A calm, relaxing, natural, neutral feeling of transparency. The only thing I can think to really use to analogously explain it is it's like you being in the same room with your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister or maybe your BFF since elementary school, somebody that has just been a part of your life for so fucking long that the thought of questioning where you stand with them is about as preposterous as the thought of wondering if you'll fly if you jump off your house. Like it doesn't even make its way near my awareness because we're just energetically transparent like that. I just know where I stand with you. There's no need to question it. There's no need to even think about it. And that's hard to explain. Because every time you say that, somebody pops back with, well, I thought I found that with the last person. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You talked yourself out of it is what you did. Especially if you've never experienced anything quite like what they were putting you through before. Oh, you felt it, but your ego found an easy way to rationalize things and cover up what your intuition was telling it. So you lied to yourself. And you don't really realize it until you feel it. Until you meet that person and you experience what it feels like to have such a transparent, energetic connection that you have no need to question how they feel about you, what their intentions are, or whether or not you can trust them, you realize I've never, ever, ever met a human being that I could fully trust in my life until you experience what real trust feels like. You may think you've met people you could trust, but until you feel what real trust feels like, you realize you ain't never met nobody you could trust. You ain't never met, unless maybe, like I said, a family member, like your mom or your dad or something like that. But outside of that, outside of your family, you know, I'm telling you, that's not 100%. It doesn't do it 100% justice, but that's the closest analogy that I can use to explain the energy that you're looking for. Transparency, calm, relaxing, right? All right. Current long-term partner. So if you're not in a long-term relationship, this is not for you. If you are in a long-term relationship, but the two of you are not experiencing any problems, this is not for you. If you're in a relationship and you're having no problems, what the fuck are you doing here? I don't know why the hell you would watch me. Go click off of this and go enjoy your love life. Go have fun. I ain't got nothing to tell you. All right, let's see how the energy's looking in October. Why does a 3 always have to jump out in the beginning of the reading? Hang on. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what that's yelling at me. And this is a real specific message. Some of you are suspicious of a third party at the workplace. Now, it's not all of you, but I have a feeling that maybe a little handful of you suspect that they be messing with somebody at work. Doesn't have to be at the workplace, but 3 of Pentacles came out. King of Pentacles. Ooh, some of you have already been on and off with this person. Actually, honestly, I feel like quite a few of you have already been on and off with them. But either way, you're still contemplating. With the 2 of Wands, Tower reversed, 5 of Pentacles reversed. Should I stay or should I go? 3 of Swords. There's some serious trust issues up in here. Now, this isn't the spread where I tell you whether trust issues are validated or not. This is just the general overview, mainly from your perspective. So you could be tripping. It's a possibility that you just tripping. I don't know yet. But I am seeing some pretty serious trust issues here. Especially those of you dealing with somebody that already cheated on you before. I know there's a couple of you in here. I know there's a little handful of you in here. Y'all done broke up because they done fucked somebody and then you got back with them. And you still don't quite trust them. Right? I don't fucking think you should, but that's beside the point. Yeah, okay. I don't see an ending happening though. I think an ending is being prevented. I do think the ending is being prevented. So I'm not seeing things crashing and burning and coming to an end. But I'm also not seeing happily ever after, love, light, rainbows, unicorn farts, and little pink bunny shit and Skittles anytime soon. I'm seeing nervousness, fear, anxiety, and lack of trust. Well, now time for the moment of truth. The moment of truth. T-R-O-O-F. Truth. Let's see their feelings, energies, and intentions. Uh-oh, we got that codependency card there, though. Ah, there it is again. 7 of Cups. Well, they don't really want this to come to an end. Here's the thing. Okay, so this is classic codependency energy here. I just don't want to be alone. That's it. They don't really feel the strongest connection in the world with you. They just don't want to be alone. Oh, I definitely think that they spend a lot of time entertaining the thought of whether or not the grass is greener on the other side somewhere. I don't have the cheater card here, but I can tell you one thing. I think they would if they could. It's not beneath them. It's not beneath them at all. 3 of Cups. 7 of Cups. All I can say is okay, so if you're dealing with somebody that like freaks the fuck out, if you try to look at their phone, they're cheating on you. If they be deleting conversations and shit, they cheating on you. If they be going somewhere and turning off their location and yelling at you when you try to ask them where they're at, they're cheating on you. Just saying. Any advice? Any advice? 7 of Swords reversed. Well, that lack of trust is going to do this connection in anyways. 3 of Swords again. 5 of Cups. So I'm not going to tell you what to do. I will tell you this, though. What would suck worse? To be in a relationship and constantly live in that energy of fear that you're being betrayed. You know, that feeling's always in the back of your mind. Your gut is always turning. You never know if you can trust what they're telling you. You never know how they're really feeling about you. Every time you see them look at their phone, you suspect something. That feeling constantly weighing on you. Would you rather live with that feeling or just be by yourself? What sucks worse? Which one's more painful? Because until it gets to a point where you would rather experience the pain of change than the pain of staying the same, you're not going to make a change. You're just not. You know? It's like most people don't quit smoking until after they get lung cancer, right? Too fucking late. Wouldn't you rather quit before you get lung cancer? You know? That's all I'm going to say there. But, oh man, this energy here, this shit right here, though. This shit right here, though. This shit right here. I would shit a brick if this lasted another year. Or best case scenario, especially for those of you who have been on and off, it'll just go on and off again. Specifically to those of you dealing with an on and off connection, probably going to do the same thing. I know there's 1 or 2 of you who done been on and off with this person 4 or 5 times. And if you're wondering what the next 2 or 3 years is going to look like the last 2 or 3 years, on and off and 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 on and off, spinning around in circles, repeating the same cycle over and over and over and over and over until death does you part, I guess. That's what it'll do. Once the same cycle repeats itself 3 times, 4 times, what you got's what you got. I believe in second chances. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just saying it don't take long at all for a cycle to begin. Don't take long at all. I'll give you a second chance. All right? But after that, that's it. Where do we draw the line between someone making a mistake and someone making a decision? You make a mistake once, okay. All right. Now, I'm not saying personally that I don't believe in second chances with infidelity. That's just me. I'm not saying that if you do, you're wrong. I'm just speaking generally right now. Personally, infidelity is one of my few deal breakers. Deal breaker. I don't care. Don't care. Don't want to hear it. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. We're done. We're done. Period. Dun 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 dun. But generally speaking, right, depending on where you draw that line, you make a mistake once, okay. All right, I'll give you the chance to work on that. I better see you trying to work on it. If I see you just turn right back around and fucking do it again, just like you don't care, what that tells me is that you got this idea in the back of your mind. Oh, okay, I know how to get what I want out of you. You let me get away with it, you'll let me get away with it again. No, the fuck, fuck you. No, nope. If I don't recognize that you see that as a privilege that you were given a second chance, and you're just taking advantage of it, you think that because you got away with it once, you're going to get away with it again, you got me fucked all the way up. All the way up. I've walked away from some bitches. Boy, I'm going to tell you what. I walked away from this one bitch one time. Left everything to her. Left everything. Left everything on her. You think you're gonna keep playing that game with me? I walk away and leave everything on you. You want the house, you want the furniture, you want all the bills, you have it. I'm done. I'm gone. And yeah, it fucked my credit up too, but I don't care. I got fucking boundaries. I got boundaries, goddammit. So anyway, just see how you can fit that into your situation. See if any of that resonates with you. If it does, feel free to take it with you on your journey. And if not, well, just do what you do, I guess. All right, y'all, I feel like those were the messages that my Cancerian family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, the information for personal readings is all down here in the description, all right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.